Indian's resurgence in the modern day motorcycle market has been a welcomed addition since 2013, with many of its motorcycles taking a nod to its renowned heritage. At first glance, the Indian range is complete with bikes that offer exuberant bodywork that are true to brand, yet beneath that sits an incredible platform for a custom motorcycle build. When Josh Reed laid eyes on the current Scout model by chance, he instantly saw potential underneath the flamboyant body, and set about his first motorcycle project by enlisting the help of Rogue Motorcycles along the way. Rogue Motorcycles has become a renowned motorcycle builder in Western Australia, and owner-operator Billy Kuyken has crafted a number of clean and stylish motorcycles that have been featured on the world's best custom bike blogs. It's the key reason Josh trusted the Perth-based workshop to bring his vision to life, and there was no expense spared in the process of building this incredible Indian Scout bubba. One day I drove by a local Indian dealership, so I decided to stop in and have a look with my son. I was looking at these bikes and I was loving them, but there was so much I didn't like. If you see through that and see what people have done, you just fall in love with them. I knew what I had to change because I knew what I didn't like. I had a vague idea of what it was going to look like. One of the first modifications of this bike was stripping the tank to its raw and bare base, and it was finished off with a clear coat and Indian branding. The standard tank on this bike is an absolutely incredible piece, and the brushed aluminium just really accentuates its appealing aesthetics. The front of this bike has received plenty of attention, scrapping the big and bulky standard front fender for a shorter option constructed of steel, made to fit with custom brackets by the Rogue Motorcycles crew. The shop also essentially reshaped the bike clamps, which were initially designed to hold the speedo as well. With only 92 original kilometers on the clock and beneficial built-in features, it was decided the standard instruments would remain, albeit with custom fabricated mounts. The clamps for the handlebars had the speedo in it. There was like a big chunk of clamp and a speedo holder, so we cut that down and we're left with two normal clamps that you could have as risers. I had to cut about 90% of it off just to end up with two little clamps. I then made a speedo holder for the original instrument, which we decided to keep because it has some pretty good features. Plus, the bike only has 92 kilometers on it, so we wanted to keep that on there. Completing the controls is a set of drag style bars, billet levers, motor gadget indicators, and an aftermarket headlight. While at the rear, the standard fender has also been scrapped in favour of a much more attractive option. Josh was very particular in making the rear of the bike as clean as possible, which Billy was able to achieve by mounting the number plate behind the Indian branded seat, accompanied by a pair of moose indicators that also act as tail lights. The newly adopted rear fender is also mounted so that it appears to be floating, thanks to some handy fabrication and bracket work from the Perth-based shop. We took off the big fenders and made some smaller ones, plus we painted them black so they would blend in with the tyres for minimal attention. The way the number plate is set up, along with the fender, is all designed to make the rear look free of anything. Josh didn't want to see the struts on the rear fender, so we had to make it look like it was floating. It wasn't too easy hiding how it's mounted. Adding to the customization of this bike, the foot controls were also modified and shifted to the rear. This actually came from the bolt-on exhaust, which Josh is overwhelmingly pleased with both its deep and throaty note and its unique aesthetic. The finishing touches on this build are a pair of ultra cool Öhlins shocks, which just complement the bike's overall vibe. And while we're not posing much of a performance enhancing aspect, they were purely added for looks. Just the look of this exhaust is magnificent and it's so loud. I actually pre-purchased a bunch of parts from Roland Sands, such as the foot controls, but they weren't going to work with the exhaust. I just fell in love with the exhaust so much that we modified the standard foot controls. The result of Josh's ambitions and Billy's amazing creativity and fabrication skills has produced a clean yet tough take on the popular model from the American manufacturer. What are your thoughts on Josh's custom Indian Scout? Let me know in the comments below. That is it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you're digging it, hit the like button. If you enjoyed it, please consider subscribing, and I'll see you in the next one.